Okay, good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. This call was almost on the brink of getting canceled this evening because those of us in Michigan, especially concentrated in this one little area of Michigan, all lost power tonight at about 6 p.m. And it finally came back on right around 8:30. And so I was kind of teetering on the line of what do we do? Because instead of using my time from 7:30 to 8:30 like I always do to prepare for the call and what we're going to talk about, I was trying to figure out the serial number on my generator. And so, good times, good times. And all I could think about, this is going to be on the YouTube recording. See, I shouldn't have started the recording yet, but all I could think about was the power just went out and I just bought $60 worth of flank steak at Costco. And that's all I could think about. That's all I could think about. Leave it to me. Anna's dying laughing that's what I would be worried about is my steak going bad. But anyhow, so I was running around and scrambling prior to this call. So forgive us for it being maybe a little bit all over the place tonight. I didn't get my notes really as organized as normal. And so tonight you get authenticity and transparency. Here we are. I did forget to do a shout out at the beginning. Steak is a top priority, Taylor. I completely agree. I forgot to give a shout out. So for those of you that are tuning in to the recording, what you missed prior to us starting the recording is we were just shouting out some of our team members that are on Zoom tonight, celebrating some of their successes and their wins. And I forgot one that I wanted to mention tonight, and that is, and I don't know, I don't believe Beth Cox was able to get on. She works at nights sometimes. And so, but I wanted to shout out Beth. She just promoted to star consultant. She has been working really, really, really hard and diligently on her business since she went to camp in March. And she has not been looking back. So since March, she is promoted to lead, she is promoted to star, and she's really, really proud of herself. But piggybacking on Beth's success, I have to give a shout out to Sarah Slater. I think I did see Sarah pop on. Yes, she is on. I have to give a shout out. So Sarah joined within the last month, I believe. Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong. You joined in July, and she has promoted to lead. So very, very awesome. And when I texted her to congratulate her, I loved her response. She said, I am sure loving this. And so that was really exciting and refreshing. And then she, of course, said, I can't get enough of the learning and teaching, and I love the Tuesday night Zoom. So, of course, that made my day. So congratulations, Sarah. And anybody that I've left out, if I left you out, it's because I don't know exactly what you're celebrating at the moment, and I apologize, but please drop it in the chat so that we can celebrate you as well. It doesn't matter if it is literally you are celebrating that you closed out a $20 order because you really wanted that $20 order. It doesn't matter. Celebrations come in all different shapes and sizes, and we celebrate all of them. And so Denise got a new teamie. Congratulations. Let's see. Hold on. Taylor hit lead, yes. Ryan, the fundraiser that I got out right now is at $750 in sales. That's awesome.
Angela Clark got her first teamie, so super excited for her. She's on the brink of lead consultant. We'll see.
That is fantastic. Yes, Wendy, I feel you. Your power is still out. I'm sending you electricity and air conditioning vibes because it's like 110 here. Okay, anybody else that we are celebrating? Minta, it's your fourth Zoom in a row, and I am so proud of you. I noticed when you popped in tonight, I was like, oh, Minta's back. I love it. So thank you. Okay, Debbie, thank you. Made new clients in our neighborhood. Great job. Patty Wonder handed out 9 big sample and sponsoring packs at the medical building today. She was stoked and they were excited. Great job. Way to talk to people. That's a high five. Great job. High five. Ryan is close to hitting superstar. Rachel, 3-year Scentiversary, and Rachel joined so that she could have access to the Disney licensed collection herself. She did not want to have to wait for me to tell her. And here she is 3 years later and is doing much more than just buying Disney warmers for herself. Okay. 1 year was this past Friday for Josh. Congratulations. Happy 1 year. And okay, Anna, you're going to keep up on that chat. Otherwise, it's like a stock ticker. We could just sit here and read the chat all night long.
I got it. I got it. Good. Go ahead. Move on. You're good.
Cassie, can I call you out to say, is there any major announcements that we need to know? Anything that you are the resident expert when it comes to announcements? Anything that we need to know right now as of the 27th of August? While she's scrolling, I will say yesterday, the NFL collection, the 10 new helmets, and the rest of the NFL warmers all launched. So the helmets are 60, the regular football looking warmers are 45. So those came back yesterday. Here's the thing with the NFL collection, same as the collegiate collection, pretty much same as licensed collections. Licensed collections never go out of style. They just don't. When I had University of Michigan warmers, I wasn't worried about having a couple extra of those because the University of Michigan just never goes out of style. There will always be a fan and there will always be somebody willing to spend money on the University of Michigan. Same with Detroit Tigers, same with Detroit Lions, the Red Wings. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm from Detroit, so I'm using all the Detroit teams, but licensing never really goes out of style. That the same goes for Mickey Mouse or whatever. And so it's always very exciting to see these licensed collections come back and for us to have access because there will always be a buyer for something that is a licensed collection. Anyway, okay, did I eat up enough time, Cassie, for you to catch up and let us know if there's anything we need to know?
Melissa, really fast. I think I just saw the 49ers warmer is already out of stock.
Wow.
So if you don't sit on warmers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Well,
Carry on.
that's a good rule of thumb and reminder, Nicole. Thank you. Going into the fall holiday season is to not wait on things. And I know that we say that throughout the year. In summer, it's a little bit more lenient. But as we get closer to the holidays and people needing things by a certain time becomes more frequent. Yeah. Don't sit on them. Don't sit on orders and expect that things will be there which is very interesting. The 49ers went out because when I saw last I checked, Kansas City was leading the way. Is that right? Yeah, Amy Abs is telling me I'm right. Kansas City was leading the way. And so it's very easy. Yeah, very interesting. Looks like the Electoral College spoke. Just kidding. Okay. All right, what else? Anything? And it doesn't have to just be Cassie, but any other announcements? The consultant support will be closed on Labor Day. That's not a surprise. Yep. Is that what you were going to tell me?
That's the one I just found. And then they updated about the Gordy Goodness wax collection, no longer on back order, but it can be perfect. It said we'll continue to sell the popular bars through August 31st. Back ordered products shipped separately in September in no organza bag.
Yep. Perfect. Good. Well, those are off of back order, so that's great news. That means they got the fragrance oil and are rocking and rolling, making us new bars. If you haven't seen, and I don't know if you have or not, if you haven't seen on your PWS under specials, let me see. Let me make sure that's where it is. Yes, under specials, Scentsy has the curated bundles, and I want to call your attention to 4 of them that are a really good deal right now. And then I'm going to have Anna tell you about another good deal that she promoted today and got 2 orders on just from promoting it. So anyhow, this is a very good deal. I know that it's a cheetah print, so it's not for everybody, but this Wild Side bundle at $16.25 gets people a mini fan and a pack of pods for $16.25. Really good deal, and especially if you promote it as a mini fan starter set. That's a really good, I'm myself, I was just telling the leaders prior to everybody getting on, I'm really trying to focus on getting customers hooked on these starter sets and getting that and kind of calling them starter sets with these bundles of having, you know, a warmer and wax bundled together, kind of like the Mod and Cool bundle right here. The Mod and Cool for $20 is a really great price point to get people into purchasing a wickless candle or understanding how a wickless candle system works. In fact, I did not pre-sell any of those bundles, but I do have an event coming up where I did buy a couple of those, and I will package them together and sell them for the price that $20 price that they're available for. And tell people it's a wickless candle starter set. It comes with the warmer, it comes with the wax bar, but that is a very, very good deal. So it's $16.25 for a mini fan and pods, and at $20 for a mod and a package of wax. Those are two really, really good deals right now. They're available through August 31st. So if you need or want something to actually reach out to your customers with and say, hey, I just want to let you know of this there's two killer deals going on right now, or you can pick, because Anna's going to give you an example of another killer deal. But this type of messaging works very well when it's one-to-one. Yes, you can post on social media about it, but I will tell you, I posted on social media about it on my VIP page, my personal page, and my business page, and I didn't get any orders from it from just posting. My orders for these things come when it's one-to-one messaging. So if there's anybody that liked the post, reaching out to that person and saying, hey, I saw that you liked the post. It's only available for 1 or 2 more days. I wanted to know if you wanted in on the starter set for the mini fan or the wax and warmer, whatever. One of the things that I personally love about the Mod Warmer, if some of you, I know some of you are newer, the Mod Warmer is awesome because it's not breakable. And so it's my most favorite warmer to throw in my suitcase and to travel with because I don't have to worry about it getting banged up. However, I don't necessarily promote it just as the travel warmer because anybody that doesn't travel that much is going to say, oh, well, then that's not for me because I don't really travel. It's an excellent entry-level wickless candle starter set. So just taking that information and kind of using it to do your one-to-one messaging for people or to people and saying, listen, I've got a deal that is almost too good to pass up. And so, especially with the mini fans and trying to get customers to really like the pods, because you can't just go down the street to Walmart and buy a pack of pods. So they have to come back to you to get pods for their mini fans or their wall fan diffusers or their air purifiers or the new Scentsy Air that's coming. Pods are a really great thing to focus on. I myself am starting to focus on pods a lot because I know that they can't go down the street and buy pods. They have to come to me. So I want to start really getting my customers hooked on pods. Anyway, enough on that public service announcement about these bundles. But Anna, you promoted a bundle today and it resulted in 2 orders. Do you want to tell everybody what that was?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I can pop over and just kind of show them.
That'd be great.
Here. Okay, so I promoted this specific warmer. You guys see this Tiger's Eye pumpkin. This pumpkin is normally a $60 warmer. It's in the clearance section right now for $30. And then the Harvest collection of bars, the 5-pack of bars, is a $25 bundle. So putting these together is $55, and they're getting both for less than the price of just the original warmer. Now, the Harvest collection of bars actually doesn't launch until September 1st. However, you can get them with early access as a consultant, up to 2 bundles per party, or you can actually ship them direct in a single order. So in a single order, it can only ever be 2 bundles. So you can actually still ship these directly to people. But yeah, I just listed what the scents were and I posted that. I got 2 orders off of that. The other great thing that I did to promote for the first was I shared the warmer of the month for September and then this haunted spa warmer and just said, which one would you vote for? Then when people commented on it, I messaged them privately and said, you know, as my own personal special, because keep in mind, we're doing this one-to-one. I let them know that I love that you love that one. That's actually what I'm giving away for free if you have a $500 party next month. And so I actually booked 2 parties with that. So if they don't love that, they can also choose any other of the warmers that were of the same price. I'm okay with that, but it did work. I got 2 bookings, so.
And by giving away for free on a $500 party, it's using the host rewards for the, and then if they decided that they wanted to use their host rewards for something different instead of that, they would have that option. But I just wanted to clarify that Anna is not buying a $50 warmer and giving it away to people, that she is using, it needs to be $500, a $500 order or party for a reason, because that is what would equate to getting that warmer for free using host rewards. So just a clarification, because people would hear you say that and then think, oh, well, I don't have the money to give away $50 warmer. And so, right?
Yep.
You were, yeah.
Yep. And if you want to be like super, like if you super want to push it, then you could always use that perpetual party reward to get it half off and cover the other half of the item if that's what you wanted to do.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Use those host rewards as leverage to your benefit in parties. In especially in booking. So here's the thing, and I love this, and this kind of ties into our topic for tonight. We will get there, I promise. But I love that post with the 2 different ghosts. You can make that post, let people comment and walk away. Or you can do as Anna did and make that post and intentionally message the people that comment and say, you could get this warmer for free if you host a qualifying party with Scentsy. And that's, I think, the one step that we slack on, is that we're very good at posting and walking, but not coming back to circle around and see who liked the post, to see who commented on the post. And maybe you see who comments on the post and you respond to their comment and then walk. But it really is that intentional messaging and having those conversations, opening up the conversations. And in no way, shape, or form do I ever condone doing anything pressury or anything that feels uncomfortable or unnatural to you. Be yourself in your messaging. You don't have to try to sound like somebody else does. And in fact, I've tested this before by saying to Anna, okay, here's what the person said. It's similar to what the person said to you. Well, how did you respond? If I've taken Anna's response on something once and responded, and it went over like a lead balloon. And I was like, see, this just proves to me, though, that it has to come from me. It has to be my tone. It has to be the way that I speak to people. It has to be, and just needs to flow naturally. I'm not trying to pressure anybody into anything. I'm not, and I always fall back on saying, if somebody comes to me and says, whatever they say, fill in the blank, I always say, I wouldn't be doing my job. I wouldn't be doing you I wouldn't be giving you the great customer service if I didn't do my job and tell you about this. And nobody ever comes back to me and is like, bah. I'm always just like, listen, I would be failing you if I didn't at least mention this. And I did that just recently with a customer of mine, where I was like, listen, for the amount that you were spending on XYZ, because she just told me she's changing from buying this other fragrance product. I said, the amount that you were paying on that, heck, you could spend that amount one time and reorder your pods from yourself going forward, make commission on it. And it's kind of silly not to think about it. And that's what I said. So it gives me an opportunity to circle back with her. But natural messaging is my point, and intentional messaging is my point, which is why this past month, and I know it's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy month for me, for sure. This past month, we did the high 5 challenge, really focusing on conversations. And the reason for that is because when you open your mouth or you open conversation by way of messaging, that's one-to-one, you have more opportunity for results. You just do. And that's really why we took the approach of just wanting to encourage conversations this past month, having those conversations. That's how you book the fundraisers. That's how you book the parties. Anna didn't book the parties by posting the Boo Crew versus Haunted Spa. She did it by opening the door for conversation on the backside of that post. Conversation, conversation. People don't know what they don't know. So don't assume that people are like, everybody knows what Scentsy is. Everybody knows that they can have a party and get stuff for free. Everybody knows that they could do this business for $99. No, they don't. They don't know it. They don't know that you offer fundraising. They don't know that they could do a group order and get their shipping for free, or maybe even get something for free and half price. They don't know. And if they do know, then you're doing your job reminding them. But don't assume that people know, because they don't know, and people don't know what they don't know. Okay. So in preparation for September 1st, I will tell you that last September 1st, 2023 was a very big day. There was a lot of excitement leading up to the harvest collection dropping. I don't know if our weather last year played into it. People were ready for fall, y'all, on September 1st. Now, I know some of my customers are ready for pumpkin roll. They've already been asking. I have an order on my counter that's waiting for a customer, the cider mill. People are ready for the fall fragrances. Are you ready for September 1st and for September for the harvest collection and the new catalog to drop? I have a question for you. Which product from the catalog are you most excited about as of September, that's coming September 1st? Drop it in the chat. Which product that's in the catalog are you most excited about? Is there one of them that is at the top of your own wish list? Is it something that maybe you've gotten a ton of orders for? But what Anna's holding up, the Scentsy Air, that's what she is excited about, but she's a lucky duck for taking SFR as an incentive. She already got her hands on one. But what are you excited about? All of them. Okay, Anna, can you tell me? I missed some of them.
Oh
Tell us what people are excited about.
Patty says the air. Dina says furry friends. Cindy says Scentsy air. Minta says friends couch. Jen says furry friends. Ryan says all of them. The new diffuser. Angela says that she just passed a catalog to a guy at Costco because she had us going on her phone, and he didn't. And she had her Scentsy shirt on, and he didn't know what Scentsy is, and he said he will be talking to her. So that's exciting. Brandy Moore says she has a huge wish list. Angie Vance says not in the catalog, but the haunted house diffuser. That is cool. I used that in a cover for a party today.
You're ahead of the questions, Angie Vance.
The new Scentsy Go, Scentsy Air, the Axolotl, all of them, all the new fall scents. You guys I love it. Thanks for participating with us here. This is fun.
Okay. Which from the harvest collection are you most excited about? I see you thinking, Dina. I see you thinking.
I'm excited about Coco. Okay. Yes. Jackie McManus also excited for Coco. Yes. Patty wants the diffuser shade. Jen, the Mickey Pumpkin Buddy. Amy, Coco. Oh, the Leaf Buddy clip. Yes, for sure. Everything Halloween, Andrea. Melissa says Coco. Marzita says I'm going to mess up her
Marissa.
name. She
right?
just goes.
Hold on, I can't see it.
Oh, Coco. Sunflower mini warmers, Denise. Minta, she still needs to go look at everything. Rachel Hamill says all the scents. She's a fall scent girl. I'm a fall scent girl too, for sure.
I am most excited about the haunted house diffuser shade, I will say. I cannot wait. I'm pumped. I'm excited though for fall. There's something about fall when it comes to people are starting to want the fall fragrance pumping through their houses. It's pumpkin spice season. It's something magical within Scentsy in the fall where people are just they want a refreshed warmer. They want all the pumpkin roll and the cider mill. And it's very, very exciting. So September 1st, here's what will happen. As of 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, September 1st, Eastern time, which is midnight Pacific time, the workstation will transition over. So if you have any parties that are not closed or any orders that are not closed on your workstation that have products that have the 10% off, that's going to go away and get removed from your cart September 1st. So make sure that any open orders get closed by August 31st, because that 10% away will go away, and the products that are in there that are gone will go away and fall out of your cart as well. So you want to make sure that you have those orders closed. In addition, workstation will go live at, I'm going to say it in Eastern time, 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time on September 1st. I want to say last year, September 1st, there may have been a queue at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, for those of you that are new, yes, Rachel's telling me that I'm correct. For those of you that are new, the queue is something that is, it's a virtual line is basically what it is. Scentsy uses it on a lot of our launches just to make sure that the workstation doesn't get bogged down by people placing orders. So you will go to your web address, you'll go to the workstation, you'll be put into the queue. And then when the queue goes live, it'll tell you how many minutes you have to wait. That, I mean, it typically goes pretty quickly. And then once your time is up, your number is called, then you can get in and place your order. It's just a way of controlling how many people are in at the same time. So there will probably be a queue. So if you plan to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to place some orders, which I'll be up, if you want to message me, I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time the queue runs, you'll typically get in to place your orders about 3:15, 3:20. That's Eastern time, of course. And that is where if you have any pre-orders for anything, you would want to hop in and get those orders placed. That's not to say you have to do it at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of us are just really anal and have had some scars from things in the past. That there are some popular items in this harvest collection, and we hope that Scentsy has enough inventory to at least take us through the first 24 hours. No, we should be good for the holiday, for the harvest season. But remember, joking aside, that the harvest collection is while supplies last. So just because that brochure is in existence does not mean those items will be available all harvest season long. It's while supplies last. And don't fall back on that they will do a second run of any of them, because in our experience in the past, they do not do a second run on most things that do sell out. So should take a breath. Okay, so we are always proponents of you getting to this point in the month having not shared too much about September and September 1st and what's coming, because we want you to really focus on August, the 10% off sale, and closing up your August strong. But now, and I see you, Anna, now, with it being around the 28th, you know what's about closing up. You know where you want to be. If your numbers aren't quite where you want them to be, you know you need to push in August a little bit more. But by now, you're starting to think about September and what business is going to come in September. Anna.
Oh, Rachel had a really great point in the chat, and she was saying, can you explain how to do the multi-orders in the workstation? So it's super helpful when you have a lot of orders for a specific item that you get everything all set up. You get the customer info in beforehand, you get payment info ready, and all that way, all you have to do is get in there and get the items placed into those carts, right?
Yep. So breaking that down just a little bit more, and thank you for that, Rach. So let's just say I have 5 orders for the haunted house diffuser shade that I'm going to be putting in for people. I know that that's something I'm going to be pre-ordering. So since I have 5 of them, that'll be a party that I'll be putting in on the 1st. So I could go in and create that party order now and get those customer carts loaded. Now, Anna, were you talking about individual orders, or were you talking about putting them into a party?
Right.
Either.
So what I will typically do is I'll do individual orders. So if my neighbor Sarah has wants the specific diffuser, then I'll put something in her cart that's of equal value. And that way I can figure out what my host rewards are going to be and have kind of my host rewards figured out too. If there's, you know, if you know exactly what you want to be able to put in for host rewards. The other thing that you can do is you can go as far as to the payment screen. And as long as you don't put in the very last payment, you can have cards in kind of a waiting situation. So you place a payment for a person's order, and that way those orders, the payment information is already in there. So you can be putting in the card number and the expiration date and the total that they owe, and you can have it processing. Well, it's in hold until you place that last payment in to close the order. That way the payment information is already entered. So if you're trying to work fast, and you're going to want to work fast, that is an advantage for you. Mm-hmm. So you'll go back, remove the item that was a placeholder, put in the item that they actually want, and then you can cruise right on out.
Yeah. Now, that's not to confuse anybody, because let me tell you, there has been instances where this is a confusing concept and you forget to remove the placeholder item from your cart, and then you buy it and then it shows up, and that can end up being a headache. So listen, I don't know that it's going to be a race against the clock like when the Griswold warmer comes out, because that one is going to be like all bets are off. That is going to be prep your cart ahead of time and get in and get out as fast as possible. But I'm September 1st can be a good warm up for the Griswold warmer for you. But if you don't do this, it's okay too. Okay. Like, I don't go as far as putting payments in. This is just me. I get nervous that it's going to pre-authorize somebody's card, or that it's going to, I just get kind of nervous. So I don't do the payment stuff yet, but I will go in and at least get the carts set up so that, and I'll have on a separate piece of paper, I'll have a note of, okay, this person's is $55. This person is, so my host rewards are going to be this amount. And here's what I need to do. But you can do that ahead of time. You can prep your carts, you can prep your customer information, whatever, so that when those products go live, all you have to do is open up that order, go in and plop the products, move over to the payment screen, enter your payments, and hit submit. So that is completely fine to do ahead of time. Just remember, if you're doing it right now with placeholder products, which is really a kind of a confusing scenario. So if you are newer and this is over your head, don't get bogged down with trying to figure out what we mean. This is not anything that you really need to know right now. But it can get kind of hairy, because remember, there's a 10% off this month. And so then that could make your numbers kind of funky and whatever. So anyhow, still a good point, though, that you can go in and open a party ahead of time. You can put in your customer information ahead of time. You can get that party as prepped as much as possible before just plopping products in and finalizing. So, okay.
I know. I don't know. I mean, you're covering all the things. I don't know.
You never know where this is the thing. You never know where these calls are going to take us. I say this every single Tuesday. We cover so many different things. You never know where we're going to end up. So this is why you want to get on Tuesday Zooms, because the topic can say one thing, but we'll talk about it and 30 other things as well. So you just never know. To say, though, for September 1st, we've already told you about prepping your catalogs, getting them labeled, being prepared for that new catalog transition. But what I want you to do is think one step further about how are you going to communicate with your customers, starting to start letting them know about the harvest collection and the new catalog coming out. Do you have your list of customers that you text to keep in the know? Do you have an email list that you use, that you email your customers? Do you email them directly from the workstation? Do you put together a customer newsletter that you send out? Do you do private messaging one-to-one? Do you have a VIP page and that's how you communicate? And I'm not saying that each of these is just a one way. You could do all of them. But what is your plan for how you're going to communicate with customers for after September 1st, letting them know that new catalog is out there? Do you have the link for the flip catalog and we'll get that posted. And typically when a new catalog starts, we pin to the top of the team pages a resource post that'll have the link to the flip catalog, the link to the rub and smell sticker sheet, the link to the flip harvest collection. We will make all of that available. If it's not already there, we will make sure that you have access to those resources at your fingertips, and we always pin it to features so that you can find it quickly. But you can use that. You can copy and paste those flippable catalog links and send those to your customers so that they have a digital copy of the harvest collection. They have a digital copy of the new catalog. We try to make things as easy as possible for you, but can't do it for you. And that's why I just wanted to say, okay, your catalogs have been labeled, your rub and smell sticker sheets are ready to go. We talked about all of that at the beginning of August. But now, what's your game plan for communicating it's a new fall selling season with Scentsy? How are you communicating that with your customers? How are you letting people know it's no longer spring, summer here in Scentsy Land? It is pumpkin roll and cider mill and Honeycrisp harvest. And it is that amazing time of year. And we even have a haunted house diffuser shade. Have you seen it? It's amazing. And it's so amazing. And you could get it for free with a qualifying party. Let me tell you how. You see, that was a quick little sales pitch. You have to be thinking about how you're going to engage with your customers because you want to be doing fall parties or fall group orders or sending your testers in to work with somebody with some catalogs and saying, hey, collect some orders from the girls or guys at work. You can get the host rewards just by sharing this at lunchtime. Very informal. Very informal. You could take it a step further and see if they'll let you come in on their lunch break and bring a warmer and bring the testers. You could take it a step further and say, let's get people together on a Friday night. Let's have a Halloween get together. But if you aren't planting the seed and you aren't asking and you are not talking to people about that, they aren't just going to fall in your lap. So with September 1st upon us and the new catalog coming, what does your calendar look like? Where is your business coming from in September? That is where we wanted to send you off from tonight's call, thinking about is that it is time to start promoting all the pumpkins, all the ghosts, all the things, because people love this time of year with Scentsy. On that note, your little bit of homework for tonight is to make sure that you know the new catalog pretty well and to make sure that you know the Harvest Collection brochure pretty well. Because next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock next Tuesday, okay? It's 15 minutes early.
6 o'clock if you're on the West Coast.
6 o'clock on the West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. We start 15 minutes early because guess what it is? It is new catalog Jeopardy next Tuesday night. So you don't worry. You don't have to know all of the answers. You can come be an observer and listen and learn. We don't want to discount anybody. We want everybody to come to the Jeopardy. It's always fun. We've been doing Jeopardy for years and years and years. We do it twice a year, each time the catalog changes. It's always fun. We give away prizes and you learn something that you didn't know. So we will have new catalog and Harvest Collection Jeopardy next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So now's a good time to, make sure you know the catalog and what page the bundle and saves are on. Just saying. Hint, hint. Brand, are we giving away a Zoom prize? Look at us. It's already top of the hour.
Of course. Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Winner, chicken dinner tonight is
Patty Wonder. Oh gosh.
Patty
Wonder.
Yay!
Oh.
That's really cool, but you can give it to one of your people.
You're cute.
Patty,
Yeah,
you
what it was. Like all of us, we're a big group. So no, just make sure you send me your information.
Oh, thank you guys. I totally am like, no, it's okay. Give it to somebody else.
You're so cute.
No, you're part of us. That's what makes it so fun. And so we just,
It does.
everybody in.
I love you guys, and my business has totally changed since Anna let me crash. So
Oh,
That's awesome. Listen, this is, Patty, I'm glad that you said that, because this is a really good way to end tonight's call. Listen, this business, as I always remind everybody, you are in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. We have the culture and community here within Scentsy to work together to make everybody better. Your success does not take away from mine. Your success and your idea sharing helps my business grow as well, because I get to learn from you. And so that is one of the beautiful things here. Patty, are you crying? I love you. Is it because you're so touched?
like, I keep telling Anna, and I keep gushing over Anna on you, because I don't think you understand where I was before you let me crash. And moving to America and losing all my customer base and having to start over. And I needed people again that were consistently more or less up and positive and fun and working their business like mad women, and not just go and just kind of not being inconsistent. And I don't like inconsistency. And I knew I'd get back to myself, but it was taking longer than I thought, because moving to America was like moving to Bangladesh. It didn't feel like home. It just feels like another foreign country. And trying to find the right words that people use here and how things work here it's been so. You guys letting me in has not just helped me, but it's helped me, my business. It's helped my team. It's helped me be a better leader and overall just a different thinker about leadership too, because I'm very blunt. And you guys bring out really good things in everybody, and I just feel so honored. And I just keep gushing, because, and I'm like, I don't think you get it. I don't think you get it. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys very, very much.
Well, thank you. Because you're here with us, you make us better too. And that's what's really beautiful about this. And that's what's really cool. And of course, I have to say, you said whatever you said about mad women. And I have to say, we got a couple mad men too, because we've got Ryan and Josh and Maddox, and we've got some mad men around here that are as awesome as us mad women. And so we're very honored and blessed to have them as well. So many different perspectives, so many people on the screen coming from all different corners of this country. And it's the common good that we provide, and the common denominator of Scentsy that binds us all and brings us together. Listen, we love what we do, and it wouldn't be the same if we didn't do it with all of you. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for getting on to Zoom with us on Tuesdays, getting on Cubicle with us on Wednesdays, and really investing in yourselves and your businesses, and allowing me to text you at random times and say, hey, I need your help. Amy, in about 10 minutes, you're going to be training on something, or in about, hey, I'm calling you in about 15 minutes. And so you guys also let me do that too. So thank you.
And yes, Michelle Mills is an adoptee kind of in my team. And so my team, because I asked Anna, is it okay if I invite my team too? Because I think it's important for everybody to learn different people and different ways of communicating and different styles and different ideas. And so again, opening that up to let my team crash and my people crash too it's usually at the weird time of day for them, because it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon in New Zealand tomorrow. So some of them are at work and things like that, but they do watch your replays and they do watch your recordings, and they every Thursday they're just like, did Melissa put the recording up yet? I'm like, she was sick last week, so maybe it's going to take longer.
It did take me a little bit longer to get it up. In fact, yesterday, Anna said to me, did you ever get that recording done? I go, oh yeah, I did get the recording done. I forgot to post it. So thanks. So it's there. You can always go ahead of me. And if you go to the link togetherwesent.com/YouTube, You can always find the recordings posted there before we share the link with you. Of course, if I haven't uploaded it yet, then it won't be there yet. But as soon as I upload it, it's there. So you can always check that channel and see if those recordings are uploaded. You can share those recordings and look. This is what we do here. We just genuinely, authentically, and transparently appreciate, support, and share in the successes with one another. This is what we do here. So thank you to Patty. Michelle, thank you for getting on with us. And to all of you. Again, this business wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you. See you guys on Cubicle tomorrow if you are able. And if you started back at school, you're a teacher. Some of our teachers are sleeping because they've started back at school. But if it is your child's first day back, first week back, or they went back last week, I hope everybody's school years are off on the right foot. So, okay, all the best. See you guys.